Yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. My name is Esfandiar, but you guys can call me Essie. My last name is very long and hard. I don't think you remember it.
No, I
But
can't.
it's my full name is Sayed Esfandiar Haji Sayed Asadullah. But Essie is okay, I think.
Essay?
Uh, yeah, Essie.
Okay,
You can
okay.
call me Essie.
Nice.
And the Snt.Choch, my username is my gamer tag, and I pick it for my art career too. And yeah, I think I said previous my mom was painter, and since I was a child, I look at her books about history of art and stuff, and watch a lot of animation. I think I have 4 or 5 VHS, and I rewatch them every day. And since I was a child, I really like to become animator and make animation. I don't know when it started, but since I remember, I really like animation and video game, and I play from the basic console and basic PC. Play, I don't know, game in DOS, Prince of Persia. I don't know if you know the.
Yes, yes, yes. The
Uh,
side scroller one.
yeah, the side
Yeah.
scroll white, the guy in the white
Yes, yes, yes.
cloth. It's I play a lot of game, and I always wanted to go into this industry and really like become animator or make game. And then after high school, I go to the art school and then art university. I study painting, and I think since I was 18, I start my professional work.
Okay.
I go to the studios, to the animation studios, and start my work. I go to one festival with my all of my character design and shitty works, and find someone. I said, "Oh, look at my work. Can I work for you?" And he said, "Oh, you are so young. Come, yeah, come and be an intern."
So what's the first job? You were an animator?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Can I show you the
Sure.
animation? Is it
Yes,
okay?
yes, 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 yes.
Uh,
It's your stream, man. uh, yeah, 2D animation frame by frame, right? Am I correct? I think your voice disappeared a little bit. 1 second. Uh, 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 okay.
okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Why?
Maybe like the noise cancellation or something like that.
No, it's. Let me check.
Okay, okay.
No, it's. Let me make it off and try again.
Okay.
Okay. If I share my screen, can you hear the video voice or not?
Share your
Video.
screen. There is an option. You can right click on the share screen option, and then you can click on the mute audio or not. So
It's not mute. I think.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
No, the mute is okay. Let me bring this. Can you hear the voice?
I can hear you perfectly, but you didn't share screen.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's no.
become so dumb. After these things happen in Iran, I only follow the news and stuff, and I become a little bit dumb after watching so much news.
Yeah, too
Okay.
much news is not very good, yeah.
No, it's ruin your brain.
Yeah, but it's important. Okay, we can see the screen perfectly. Okay. Yeah, okay.
The council is not hopeful that Jamshid will return. They want Snt.Choch to remain on the throne.
Does this mean the end of Jamshid's rule?
There is no end to Jamshid's rule, my lady.
But the one who really matters in all of this is just not ready yet. I see in him a mix of pride and distress, a thirst to avenge the murders of his mother and father.
My lady.
Yeah, it was my first job.
What the hell? What the hell? This is super
Yeah,
good, man.
thank you.
People are asking if this is this frame by frame, right?
Yeah, it's frame by frame. It has some kind, some in some places CG, 3D animated for the creatures and stuff. But we 2D animate them too. But they choose in the end, they choose to make them 3D. I don't know why.
Okay. And you were
Yeah,
responsible.
I was sorry.
Yeah, what was your role?
I was supervisor animator. I do the keyframes and character designs.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, and the guy with a snake, that with a long beard, they based that character on me because back then I has a very long hair and long beard. Yeah, I do the acting and they use it as a reference.
Perfect use of reference.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah. After this, in the end, there is some kind of issues with the studio. The government take the studio for themselves, and I have to leave in the end of the work.
Okay, so the studio got taken by the government. Uh, your voice is I can't hear you. Uh, 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 uh. Can you hear me? Okay. No, I can't hear you. Nah, I mean, uh, I can't hear you. سامعينه؟ أنا اللي مش سامعه؟ أنا اللي مش سامعه؟ Okay, my bad, my bad. Okay, I'm gonna disconnect and disconnect. Hello, hello. Ah, shit. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Yes, yes. Apparently, the problem was in my. The problem is in my side, not yours. So I'm so really sorry for
Ah,
that. Yeah, yeah.
no, it's okay. I
Okay.
thought maybe it's my VPN because
No, no, no.
Turkey is still banned the Discord.
I guess it's my problem. Okay, okay. So yeah, so the government took the studio, right?
Yeah, it's always like that. When you get a little bit bigger, the government comes to you and said, "Okay, you want to leave the country or give it
Okay.
to us," something like that. Yeah, and I quit because I didn't want to work with government,
And
and yeah, I have some issue with them and stuff. But when I quit that job, I came out from that studio with some of my friends, with my some of my colleagues with in that studio, and we established our own studio, Vulturehead Studio, and we mostly work in cinematic animation or trailer for uh, indie games and stuff. Yeah, I can show
yes,
you
yes,
our.
yes, yes. Please,
It's
yes,
3 years
please.
ago, but it was Kickstarter for Crowstone trailer, and now, right now, our studio work on cutscene for this video game, but I cannot share anything about that uh, cutscenes, but I can show you the trailer
Yeah, yeah.
we work on.
You could show us the trailer. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it was for
Nice.
the
Yes, yes. So you were
Kickstarter
responsible for
campaign.
the trailer, right? At first.
Yeah, yeah, for trailer, and right now we work on the cutscenes.
Okay. It looks very similar to Hollow Knight, but with its own twist.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have the same kind of publisher, and some of the guy from the Hollow Knight work
Okay.
with them.
Nice. So yeah, so I have a question. So you were basically a 2D animator supervisor, right? So how did you
Yeah,
switch to doing character design for concept art or video
because
games?
I always work with the India studio, and you know that vibe. That you should be generalist. You should work on, I don't know, shadows. You should work on the character design, and I really love doing animation and really their stuff. Yeah, I
Uh,
think the main thing was because you should be a generalist in the industry.
yes, 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 definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I work for so many other short animation and other games too, for Ember Knights and I don't know, so many other games. But this one is our big project, and this trailer you see is for 3 years ago, and right now it's so changed a lot, and we improve it a lot. But sadly, we should wait until the game come out. I cannot.
Yeah, understandable. Yeah, there's a little bit of time before you can release the work you've done for the game.
Yeah, that was, I think, until now. Yeah, I work at 18 and right now I'm 32 and I still work on animation and game. I really like to start game myself, but I think it's very hard work because I don't have a background for programming and stuff. And if you want to be a solo developer, you should actually be a programmer because the art doesn't matter if your game is not playable.
Yeah, but I guess you can team up with another programmer, and you could be responsible for the art, and he could be responsible for the
Yeah, I tried,
yeah
but it's very hard to get
yeah
match.
definitely
I looking for it, but never had a chance. But maybe after this game,
yeah
we go that kind of works. Yeah, uh,
nice. Now I
I think
wanted
it's
to animate stuff.
yeah. Right now, I mostly do a storyboard and character designs for this kind of works. Yeah, for example, these are for some of the animation I've worked before in
It's
previous.
usually for animation, or like 50-50, like 50% video games, 50% animation.
Yes, I think 50-50.
Yeah, okay.
But more, no, not 50-50. I think 70 animation, 30% game.
Okay. But I guess your
Yeah.
style yeah, based more on like not realistic, not very realistic video games. It's more indie games, and it fits well with animation also because you're not based on you're not what's the word for it? Your style is not very detailed, but it's detailed in a way that can work with video games and animation, but indie video
Yeah, yeah.
games. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because in animation you can't add so many details because the animator come and kill you
Yes.
if you if it's cut out is okay, but for 2D frame by frame they definitely come and find you and kill you.
Yes.
Uh,
So, which part of
uh,
the job that you like the most, or you all like it the same one? Yeah.
I think I like a storyboard the best. A
Oh,
storyboard for
nice.
animation, and yeah, you can see some of the storyboard I did for Ember Knight. And these are a storyboard that I did for some American animation studio, I think 1.5 year ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this one is good experience for me because I never work with a very big double A studios.
Yeah. How is it different, like the indie scene and the triple A scene? How is it different?
If I want to say, I really rather to work with an indie studio because when they get bigger, the stupid things come out much
Yes.
more. Yeah.
Also, recently,
Uh,
I guess you've seen like the indie studio is rising up, or indie studios and indie video games is rising up because they cut the fat basically, and they focus on the creativity and the art and experimenting rather than the rigid system of like the triple A studios.
yeah, because it's so passionless right now. The triple A
Yes,
industry is so passionless. You should play by the rule. You have a list. You should check them. Yeah. But in the indie game, you have so much freedom.
mm, Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
So
and these are the character design I did for this animation. They want to, they made it in 3D, but they didn't want me to do the character design, but because I wanted to work on a storyboard, I did a very fast kind of character design
yeah,
and
like a
some.
placeholder, so you can imagine stuff, not like
Yeah, yeah,
random character one, random character two. Yeah.
yeah. For example, for this uh, double E kind of a studio, when I did this, they said, "Oh no, you shouldn't do this. You waste your time." I said, "No, I wanted to do it, you know, something." But if I did this for indie game, they will say, "Oh, very good. You are so
Yes.
thank
Yes.
you for doing it." Yeah, it's difference is something like that.
Yes. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of
Uh,
stuff that I already saw, I guess, like the designs, but there's a lot of stuff that you're not posting online or.
yeah, I have so many folders. I just work on throw them in,
Okay.
in there and never show them to anyone. Okay, we can go on and I can show you this in the meantime.
Okay. Okay. Uh, yeah, someone asking is, do you have like any other Iranian artists that you admire and you like their work?
Actually, there are so many Iranians work with a triple A animation and game studio because in Iran, if they want to work in Iran, they should work with the government, and they choose to don't work with the government, and most of them are leave country and work with a foreign. Uh, for for example, one of my best friends right now, Omid Moradi, he is the character artist, 3D character artist for Blizzard. He worked for the Diablo.
Nice. Yeah, yeah, you could give us like the links of them so you could
Yeah,
follow. Yeah,
just
yeah.
let me. Uh, he actually made one of my characters for his tutorial.
Nice.
I will send the link in the chat, and you can.
Yeah, I guess you can see the questions people are already asking. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I
Oh,
know
I should.
him. Yeah, I know him. Oh, I didn't know him. He was
Yeah,
Iranian. Yeah, yeah. Okay. He's working
yeah.
on his video.
This was my character, and he translated to 3D.
Oh, do you have like the sketch of the character?
Yeah, yeah. Let me.
Oh.
It was very old. I do it for some kind of competition, and then he really likes it and says we always play Dota together, and
Yeah,
we
yeah,
used to play every night.
yeah. I knew like a lot of artists from video games. Yeah, so yeah, pretty normal.
I just want to read some of the. Okay, for artists, there are some. I should send you the link. Maybe after the session, I will.
Yes, yes,
If you have any section, I will send them because
yes,
there are
yes.
some 2D good artists and some great 3D artists.
Yeah, that would be great.
What
Yeah,
problem made you face in this project? Which project?
I guess the
The
storyboard
cross one.
project. I guess.
This one.
I think so. I'm not so sure. His writing, I guess.
In the For India studio, not really. For example, Crowthorn, the last trailer I shown you, I've draw so many character with a plague doctor helmet and this bird mask, and he saw one of my works in my Instagram or Twitter, I don't know, and he contacted us. You should, I think, post your work and look out for the artists that work with in the studio. But right now it's get little harder because there are so many artists, there are so many uh, studios and so many job. People want job because the bigger studio gets one by one get closed or downsize. It's really hard right now.
True.
Okay. A startup studio and volunteer were not worth it. You should for volunteering and work as an intern, I think you should see the studios work and see if worth to work free for them, and if there is any potential after internship you get hired by them or not. Because some studio, mostly in Iran and Middle East, they use you, and after a while, when you do the smaller work, or I don't know, not even a smaller work, some of the job, and they said, okay, your time is finished, go, we don't want you. You should do your research about the studios, and ask about that studio, ask the people that worked there before, something like that, to know if worth your time or not. Yeah. Yeah, I posted a sketch in the chat if you want to.
Yeah, I
Oh, I
saw
can
it.
show you in my.
Amazing.
How can I zoom? Yeah, this was the sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it for the some kind of contest. Yeah, he was the bard. It has some kind of Arabian Night kind
Yes.
of.
Yes.
I really like this vibe. I really like to use the culture in the Middle East right now because it's so untouched for the Western media, and it has so many potential because it's not just that Islamic kind of culture. Before Islam, they have so much history, so much culture, and when it's mixed with Islamic culture, it becomes new era, and you can use any of that in your work. It's very good. It has very good potential.
Yes. There is a lot of original characters and aesthetics that are in different parts, not like the whole Middle East get grouped up, but it's not true. There is like, for example, recently I've been doing some research on like the Amazigh in Morocco and this part of Africa, and it's really interesting their style and their costumes and their patterns and all that. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's better for the artist to stick with that because you can understand it better, and the foreigners doesn't understand it and doesn't even know how to search it, and you have the upper hand and advantage with that
Yes.
clonage.
Yes. Basically, use your culture as a superpower, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we know the culture, we know their history. I can't draw night. I can't draw the French night because I saw so many documents, so many art, so many historian things, and I cannot draw the culture for English, England, or French or Spain. But uh, they don't have that kind of research. It's blocked for
Yes.
them for
Yes.
language barrier and other things, and that's our advantage. For the Middle Eastern, and I think the Egyptian. Uh, do you count as Middle Eastern or not? I don't know.
What do you mean?
Does the Egypt count as the Middle East
Oh,
area
okay.
or
So
not?
basically, there's this weird thing in Egypt because everything in Egypt is weird. Basically, we have like, we could count as Middle Eastern, yes and no. We can count as African, yes and no. You can count as Arab, yes or no. But basically, yes. Yeah, it's count
So
as
you
Middle
have
Eastern.
more
Middle East.
advantage, I think,
Yes, we like,
because
we have like this mixture. You can each era has its own style and its own history, so you can mix and match and do whatever you want with the mixture. But
yeah,
yeah,
it's very
we're considered Middle Eastern, yes.
yeah. So I think it's better for the. I don't say if you like. I don't know, like uh this game Bloodborne or
Yes.
uh Souls-like game are all made by Japanese, but they use the culture and art and the story of the Western European Middle Age. But they really like it and they really understand it and they make it better than the European studios. If you love that stuff, go for it. But uh, what I'm saying is you have this advantage and you can use it.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
cannot say, no, this is not right because they don't know anything about your culture and about your art and your history.
Yes, yes. Basically, you have an advantage in terms of history, the way of living, and the language. So why not use it in your side? Ah,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Can you repeat this last part again? Because for some reason,
I
yeah,
said I always use this kind of culture and art before the Islam conquered Iran, and after it because they are so different and so many kind of potential.
okay, nice.
Mostly, I really use this kind of. Let me find. Uh, yeah, mixture of.
Yes, these are very original. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I can easily imagine something like this, like in a something like a Souls-born game, but in this era, in this place, and with the mythical creatures that already exist in the folklore and all that, and you can create
Yeah, the
something very original here.
yeah the Middle East and African folklore, the horror story are so rich and so untouched, and we have so many weird things to work on.
Yes, yes.
I
Recently,
like to go.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, no, go on.
No, I was just saying, like, recently I saw like the statues of the what's the name of the culture, the old culture you have in Iran with the bearded guys. I forgot the
Yeah, we
name.
have a comedian and Sassanid era.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one, but the style is very distinctive. Yes, Babel. Yes, yes, yes. Someone is asking how do you find your references?
Pinterest.
So you search for something like
Uh, I find visually because when you search, right now it's in action mostly in PC. When you search, there are so many AI generated. When you search in PC, if you have an iPad or phone, you can search much better. No, I search in English, but for example, I find something like this, and if in Pinterest you zoom on it, you zoom in this pattern, they have some kind of visual search and it brings all of this for you.
oh,
You know, you
nice.
should search visually, you should search by image, not by the words. And
Okay,
sometimes when
okay.
I lost something in my boards, i I think with a 6 picture I find whatever I want.
Oh, nice, nice,
Uh,
nice. I never used the search by image before. I guess it's really interesting and really brings out like very unique attributes.
yeah, just let me show you. Uh, because I use iPad for Pinterest a lot. That's why I use Pinterest since I think I was 20.
Yeah.
Since there was nothing in Pinterest. Just let me show you,
Okay, okay.
for example. Yeah, when you click on that thing is, do you see it? But I think it, yeah, when you do this, see, it brings,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay,
for
okay.
example,
I'm gonna abuse that
it
feature.
yeah, I think the best thing is right now is Pinterest. I find stuff in Twitter and let me save this.
Yes, but as you can see, there's a lot of patterns, very interesting patterns that I never would think about. And
Yeah, it's very good.
yeah, and there is no AI images, which is perfect.
And even if you don't want to use the pattern, this color scheme is very good for the character.
Yes.
You can only use the color scheme for your character, not the patterns. Things like this helps you a lot when you are imagining the character. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
I hope this one
So,
is
do you have
helpful.
like this is very helpful actually. Do you have like main inspirations, main artists that you like their work, or got you inspired from little age or something like that when you were
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
since since I begin my work, I really liked Ashley Wood
Oh, damn.
and
Oh,
Francisco Goya
actually,
and Sergio Topi, Ian McCain.
you like the inky stuff, right? The very
Yeah, I
heavy.
really liked.
Yeah.
I like to see the highly paint and render works, but I never want to work like that. I don't get any joy from it. I don't like to work like that. Even I tried it. For sometimes I work like that, but after a while I said I really like to uh, have a line work.
I guess some people come to them naturally the line work, and some other people like to use shape and paint more. So it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I'm the line guy. I really like the artists that use. I like Dimut Power. He works for the Harry Potter and he's very good artist. I will send all of the link to you later, but
Yes, yes.
maybe some of you guys know them.
Yeah, I know Ashley Wood
I-
and Sergi Topi, but other people you said an Ian, but other people you said are very new to me, which is really interesting. So I could see them after. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I will. I think I have a pure ref that I do it for some Hugo Richard class that he said what kind of artists influence you. I will send you that link to that pure ref so
Okay,
you can even have them.
perfect, perfect.
Yeah, and so many others, but mostly I think Ashley Wood. I really love his work. He does line work. He does very loose acrylic kind of painting. I really like him. Yeah, Real Lyra is very good too. I recently played
Yeah.
Forever Winter game. She's the main character artist for that game, and I really loved it.
Oh, I wanted to play this game, but I was waiting for it for a full release.
Yeah, no, I couldn't wait. I played
Yeah.
since they soft launched it, but it was so clunky and full of bug. But it's very cool game. Good
Yeah.
atmosphere.
The concept and the designs and the yeah, the atmosphere is really cool, yeah. Definitely.
Okay, what advice? If you are a student, find other student, other classmates that have a same passion. I think the main thing is the passion. If you have the same kind of taste and passion, you can work together and don't think so big. I start with a little money when I came out from that studio. They don't pay me uh, pay me for 3 months, and they said we don't want to pay you, and I have an issue with them. And I start with a very little money with very shitty PC, but we have a passion. I think the very important thing is have a same passion and same goal, and since the beginning, uh, talk about your responsibilities and how much you are involved in the projects, and don't carry on anyone. If someone doesn't work or don't work as anybody else, don't just say, okay, we can work with him and we go on and see what happens. Don't do it. It's my main advice. If someone do this kind of stuff, say goodbye and go along.
Yeah, it's like when you do a group project in university, but it's much more bigger and the responsibilities are larger. And yeah,
Yeah, because these issues are so much harder to solve and ruin your brain so much more than the actual work that you
yes.
are doing.
And there is and there are money
Yeah.
involved, which gets things serious really fast.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
I said that because there is money involved, so things get really serious really fast.
Yeah, people change immediately in the second.
Yes.
Hear me, just don't do it. Because I actually think no, it doesn't happen to us. It's for others, but it happens for everyone. And for the studio, yeah, I think my main advice is this: you don't need very high quality PC for 2D animation. For 3D, yeah, you should have a good PC, but for 2D animation, work with whatever you have because we do it like that.
Yes.
And yeah, I think we worked for the Iranian project, and after 1 year, I said that's enough. I really don't want to work for the government and stuff. And it was very hard financially, but we work a little bit harder and work for the our first foreign uh, employee. And after that, everything gets on the rail.
Yeah, I guess the hardest one is the first client that comes from outside from yeah, the foreign
Yeah,
client.
because I don't know how it's working in Egypt by Egypt, but in Iran it was like that. You should work for the government or you should work for foreign companies. This is our first uh, foreign job, I think. I work in this studio after that cinematic animation I showed you. I work as a UI pixel art artist, and one day I go to the uh, main guy for the studio. I don't know how in English.
The manager or the
Not the pub. The publisher was 11-bit, but the studio was Iranian. Worked for the 11-bit. They've made this War of Mine game. If you know that game, it's very popular.
okay,
They're Polish, yeah, and yeah, the
the
CEO of the
CEO.
studio. I show the our works to them. I said I want to make trailer for your game, and they give us uh, a little money, and I said okay, but this can help us to jump. This can help us to reach the foreign works,
Okay,
and we work with a lot of issue, but this trailer helped us a lot.
so you guys
Yeah.
approached the guy, not the other way around.
Sorry, I cannot hear you.
You can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Guys,
now?
can you hear? Yeah.
Okay, I was saying that you guys approached him first, not the other way around.
Yeah, because I worked in that studio, I go to the CEO and I said I really want to make trailer for you.
Nice, nice. Okay, okay.
and he watched my work and saw some of my work. I said, okay, talk with the publishers and see if they want or not. And the publisher says, okay, but we don't pay you that much.
Yeah, but you were thinking like this is for the long term, not the short gain, which is like immediate money.
Yeah, yeah. When I talked with the guys in the studio, I said it's not immediate money, but it's really help us to boost up us and push us to the foreign kind of indie game industry.
Yes, yes. Nice.
Just let me show you this one too.
Yes.
Grandma Margaret always says, family is your anchor. It will keep the fears away. When you can rely on their strength and their solicitude, count on their unmatched wit and eyes keen as an eagle, then the corruption falls to drown the world. You stay fierce. When the times call for the steel of blades, you stand together as a family. Children of Mortar.
Nice, nice, nice.
They animate all the battle scenes.
Oh,
I think this was 5 years ago.
definitely this was
If I'm not-
challenging, definitely.
Yeah, it was the most challenging work we done with a shitty PC and very problematic people. Sorry. Ah, yeah, but I did this profile picture before with Blasphemous.
Oh yeah, yeah, it looks
Actually,
like Blasphemous, yeah.
yeah, because this character, the Snt.Choch, was some kind of it. It was my game ID, but when I go to the university, me and one of my friends made this kind of made up a religion, and the people believe we have in some kind of cult, and the Snt.Choch was a prophet, and I draw him, and everybody thinks, oh, there is some kind of prophet. He so weird for them because in Iran it's forbidden to do that, and everybody talks about it. And in the end of the year, I said, oh, we just make fun of you. This is not real. Yeah, and this was one of the face I draw for this prophet. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Okay. Uh,
Yeah, this is one of my recent work. I use some kind of African mask and outfit.
yeah, African masks for the longest time have been my one of my main inspirations.
Yeah, they have some
Yeah.
best kind of design for the mask.
This one I saw
Yeah,
you did it for the challenge, right?
yeah, I did this for challenge, but I have this character in my mind. Uh, I will send this artist Ian McCain. He worked for the Star Wars. He designed Darth Maul, Anakin Skywalker. He designed most of the big characters in that movie. Uh, he said when you look at the pattern in a stone, or I don't know, when you go to the toilet and you have a stone in front of you and you see the shape, and he always says use that shape and find a character or creature on it. I really find this character in a stone in some place toilet, but when the challenge come up, I said, oh, okay, I think this character matched what they want. It's
Nice.
very good exercise, I think.
Yeah, it's like pulling from
In the tree, in
abstraction,
the
right?
yeah,
Mm.
abstract, but you can translate it to anything you want. But they are so inspiring when you even cloud, I don't know, tree pattern, the floor. You can see all these pattern, and some of them are look like the characters, and you really can use them.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, this one is for the. I mostly work with some kind of uh, this approach. Mostly, I do a sketch like this and or this. But in this one, I decide to do the silhouettes and then translate it to the very loose line work, kind of, and then line work, and then
Yeah, but
render.
you're used to the sketching part more, right? Like the it's more energetic in my opinion. The when you sketch with line very loose line work, in opposition to like drawing with silhouettes.
Yeah. But I think silhouette is good for shape, and sometimes when your mind doesn't work properly for sketching and have a new idea, I think it's good to go with
Switch
a
it.
silhouette.
Yes. Switching it up is really important.
Yeah, because I don't have this kind of main process for my work. I really see how do I feel, but I mostly feel like doing a sketch like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of these are with iPad, some of them are in with hand drawn. They're mixed.
Do you use
Uh,
like a screen tablet or the graphic tablet without a screen?
uh, I have right now both. I have Cintiq 22 and I have this XP Pen tablets.
Yeah.
But I mostly for the sketching I use paper and iPad sometime. But for my main work I never use Procreate because I really need short keys. I cannot touch the screen. I don't like it. I want to have a button to push for
Yes.
stuff.
But
Yeah.
it's the Procreate one or the iPad is really, in my opinion, it's really good for very loose sketching, and then when refining, you can translate it onto the PC.
Yeah.
Yes.
For example, I draw this with a Procreate. Most of these are with Procreate, I think, because it has very good pencil-like brush. I really like
Yes.
this.
Mm.
Yeah, these are for the challenge. I draw dwarf. I use the Sumerian and Ashur. I don't know if you know them or not. They are in the Iraq.
Yeah, we know some. Yeah, I know some. Yeah, I know the. Yeah, I know the
Yeah, I
designs.
use this kind of helmet and pattern from their statues. I think it's very matched with a dwarf kind of stories and fantasies because they have so many statues or have a little height, and I think it's very matched the dwarf and goblin kind of
Yeah.
designs. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, I'm just staring into the designs because they're very unique and interesting. So yeah,
Thank you. Yeah, sometimes I become like this. I just do hatching and do this stuff when I don't have anything in my mind. I think sometimes you just do gestures, and sometimes you just train to study the muscles, and sometimes just empty your head. Don't think about if it's right, if the proportion are good or not. Just empty your head with line and stuff. It's
Yes.
everyone should do this every often.
Yes, I was just going to ask you, how do you loosen up or like be free in your sketches and have fun basically. Your sketches shows that you're having fun while drawing.
Yeah, for example, I just download some kind of weird brush. I said, okay, let's draw this, and
Yeah.
just start to draw with that brush, and I never use it again, just for that day.
Nice.
Yeah. Uh, okay. Yeah, for example, I work this by studying the armor from the, I don't know, the Middle Age in medieval age in Europe for French
Yeah.
kind of helmet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's medieval with a twist. Yeah, that's what I can see from it. Nice, nice.
And yeah, for example, for this I use silhouette and both sketch for this character.
Yeah.
I try to use my animate kind of 2D animate side and add a pose to show him.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
privileges
he
of
used the
being an animator.
yeah, he used the plaque of the soldier he kills as some kind of armor, and he adds more, and in the end he has full cape from this plaque of the soldiers
Oof,
that
nice.
he killed. Yeah,
Someone is
I worked
asking.
this.
Oh, okay, sure, sure.
Okay, no, go on. Go.
I was just saying, someone is asking, can you show us like the process from starting and thinking of a concept and then finishing it up or something like that?
Uh, I can work on something, but if I want to show you, with I start with uh, ah, I start with something like this. When I have an idea, I sketch like this, and I said, "Oh, okay, this one is good," or "I like this one," and then I try to expand it like this. For example, I choose this kind of character with a long kind of sword or axe, and I do variation. I work on a lot of variation, and it's not very good for. Uh, it's good to do variations, but not get obsessed with them, because sometimes. Did you see all of these? All of these are for one project. All of these female warrior. I did this much variation, and I don't use them at all for that project.
I guess like 10 variations are like, or maybe five even.
Sorry, your voice is so weak.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying like easily it could get like too much very fast, but I guess like 10 or 7 maybe is a good number for variations,
Yeah,
and
I
then
think.
yeah. Because in
And
concept art,
then,
basically, there's a lot of iterations and changing a little bit of things, so you could reach the final design eventually.
yeah, for example, I did this, but before this level, I did, I think, 4 pages in my sketchbook, and then choose this two and translate. I said, okay, I like this one. But I definitely draw her later. I really like her
Yeah. I really like this
design. I
one.
will use
Yeah,
it later. Yeah, but then I sketched this, but let me show you before this stage.
Okay.
Just let me find the. Where is it? My folders are so messy,
Very normal, actually.
super messy. Sometimes I get a headache when I want to find my works.
Yeah. I always have this idea that one day I'm gonna wake up and organize all the stuff, but then I forget and go to work and draw basically again. So yeah.
Yeah, that's. For example, this was the sketch that I work in my sketchbook, and then cursed portion. Oh, my PC. Okay, let me see if I have. I think it's here. Yeah. Yeah, I dropped the character here from the sketch that I worked on before,
Okay.
and I analyze it like this so the proportions are okay, and play with the proportion a little bit. And then I did this very loose kind of line work. And I just try, maybe she's longer, and I said no, the previous one is better.
She has a very interesting legs.
Thank you. Yeah, I want to be some kind of cat,
Yeah.
cattish kind of. I really like these folklores about the jinn in different areas in Middle East because some cultures say they have a hoof, some other culture says no, they have some kind of cattish, cat-like
Yeah.
feet. Yeah, that's why I. Some cultures say they have a tail. Some cultures says no, they don't have a tail. They have a horn. That's why I research about them and come up with this. Yeah, and after the line work, I add multiply variation of ambient occlusion, the very dark and saturated kind of. I use my hand.
Yes.
And
Real life reference is really important.
yeah,
Yes.
and I said maybe I should use, maybe she has some kind of, I don't know what's this in English. We call it asa.
Stick, or yeah,
Yeah, stick, yeah.
yeah.
And then background, and then I go with a basic, where is it, coloring stuff.
You do like the flat colors, then you add the multiply layer, I guess. Then you refine it.
This is the main ink, not ink, the line work. And yeah, I put a flat color, and I put a local colors first. For
Yes.
most of the my works, I work like this. Sometimes I do work with a grayscale and use the color lookup or
Yeah, the gradient
this
map.
guy. Yeah, gradient
Yes, yes.
light, another pass of shadows in multiply, and overpaint. I recently start to overpaint on my line work, and it's very helpful post-production kind of. And add a hard light or sometimes linear or color dodge. But this one, I think the hard light works better. But if I have a simple dark background, I use
The
color
linear.
dodge
Oh, okay.
for the rim light. Yeah. And overpaint again. And then add this kind of color look curves for the yeah, from here I only work with post-production kind of stuff. And sometimes I work my line work in a clip studio because it has a very better kind of line works.
Yeah,
But for the color,
their brush engine is really better than Photoshop.
yeah, and I don't know why I have some kind of lag when I want to draw my line work in detail, but in Clip Studio it doesn't have. Actually, Photoshop use a lot of RAM and destroy your PC
Yes,
after a while.
yes. The thing
But for
is,
the
yeah, the thing is that one of my friends that is a programmer says that Photoshop system is so old that is not efficient at all in terms of using the resources you have on a computer. So a program
yeah,
like Clip Studio with the same resolution, same canvas, and all that works perfectly smooth, not like Photoshop. But yeah, yeah.
yeah, but Photoshop have this kind of color mode and better color mode and better effects like this. Clip Studio have this, but I think Photoshop works so much better.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's why I always come to the for the color come to Photoshop.
Yeah, for the final touches, Photoshop is the best because it's basically like photography software. So you have like all the editing in the world you want.
Yeah, but for the line work, most of the time I start with it. Uh,
Yes.
yeah, for this guy I do a lot of sketch. Ah, I opened the Clip Studio. Right. Yeah, I do very loose sketch of pose and stuff, and I go with a simpler pose. But I really like this kind of pose. Maybe I use it later when
Mm.
he use his sword, take his sword like this.
Yeah, I love the curved sword aesthetic. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like them because in Iran we have Shamshir. It's some kind of curved Arabian sword, but we do some change to it, and the the curves are very good. But I really like the Egyptian sword when they use it in the Crusade. They have very good design and very good helmets.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, let me see if I. Ah, I delete my folders, I think. Yeah, where is it? Ah, yeah, I go with this kind of a sketch.
Okay.
Sometimes like this, sometimes I do that kind of that I show you. It's did I put it here? Something like this. Sometimes I go with something like this
Yeah, the basic
to know
figure,
the purpose.
the mannequin
Yeah, yeah,
figure. Yeah.
basic. Yeah, yeah, the mannequin. But I don't like it that much.
It's not very
uh,
organic and very gestural. It's very static, in my opinion.
yeah, yeah. When I work like this, I want to see the flow of the cape, where the things are. But when I want to train myself, I train the gesture, I work like this. But for actual work, I never use mannequin.
Yeah, it's not very good in my opinion in terms of character design. It's good for fundamental and foundation because in character design you want to like break the silhouette of the basic human and you think shapes first. So yeah,
Let me show you this one too. Where is it? Uh, oh, I didn't post it here. Yeah, I don't have it here. But it was the actual idea for this character. After I finished this, I noticed so many issues with the gesture and stuff, and I start to redraw it from the beginning again.
yeah, classic curse of the artist.
Yeah, I see. Oh, this foot is wrong. I I want to change this, and when I changed it, I said, "Oh, it's completely ruined. I should start from the scratch."
But I
Yeah.
guess you won that challenge, right?
No, I didn't want this.
Oh, okay, okay.
I want this one and this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked this for one of the events, but I try to mix some kind of manga and Ashley Woody kind of.
Yes, yes, yes. Have you thought actually about doing like a manga or comics? Or
Yeah, I really like to work on the comics. I've worked on few short comics, but not my stories. But I really like to work on them, but I don't know, whenever I want to start, something happen and I leave it and it's becomes some kind of curse. Whenever I think about it, I said, okay, you will start and something happen and you never finish it. Don't start. But I really like to work on manga or comic. But did you read the Ashley Wood's comic or?
like I've seen his work on the Metal Gear one and
Yeah, but he has robot versus zombie
yeah, I saw
kind of.
this one. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's some kind of comic, but it's not in a very traditional kind of paneling and stuff. I like that kind of comic
Yes,
book vibe.
yes.
Or did you see the uh, a Space Girl comic?
No, I don't. I know it, but
Let me.
I didn't read them.
It's yeah, uh, it's like a storyboard mixed with a comic.
Yes, yes. But the best thing about comics that you're not bound by certain format. You can do whatever you want, basically.
Yeah, that's kind of approach I really like to go on with my. See, it's all panels like this.
Yeah, it's like a refined storyboard.
Yeah, but not actually like this. Think of the page, but with a three panel like this.
Mm,
But it tell the story. I really like to do something like that. Yeah, refine a storyboard. Very refine a storyboard.
yes. Nice, nice, nice. We could take like a 10-minute break or something like that, and when we could come
Yeah.
back,
I should.
yeah, and then we draw
Yeah.
together something on the other channel, the community hangout channel, and you give us like a challenge or something we can work with, and we could all
Sure.
yeah, work together.
Nice.
Okay,
So how much?
let's make it 10 minutes. So we're gonna get back like 10. I don't know
Yeah.
the.
10
Yeah,
minutes
10
is
minutes.
okay.
Let's make it 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
Okay. See you.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the practice that I work. Every then and Now is it's very good for I don't know, line work and loose sketch is to put uh, some reference like this, and without how do I say it?
Without lifting the
Without
pencil,
you
right?
take off your pen. Yeah, lifting a pencil. Just try to draw and uh, just look at the model and not your. It's very good when you do it on paper, but you can do it on.
Yeah, I have known this exercise for the longest time, but I don't know what's the benefit of it or why should we do it?
Uh, I think it's good for the shape and have a very loose sketch and have this kind of muscle memory and connection between your hand and your eye.
Okay. Nice. Okay. I think each one of us could gather some reference and choose whatever pose they want, or we could use this pose, right?
I think in Pinterest there's I picked this randomly in the Pinterest. Uh, yeah, this is
Okay.
one exercise I do, but the other one is just simplify character for animation with this kind of approach when you work on this when I was animating. When you are try to exercise the pose. Right now for the character designs, like I said before, I never use this method, but for animation, I always kind of use this for my rough state or key animate kind of state. It's very good for capturing the pose.
Yeah, I think it's necessary for animation.
Yeah, but it's good for the character design too, because if you see, uh, you can always have this kind of, why it's pixelated. Use this kind of a static pose that people just stand. But when you use some kind of uh like the vampire guy I show you with the two swords, when you use that pose in your character design, it's sail better.
Yeah, it adds a lot of personality and uh, depth to the character.
Yeah, and just fill the whole page. Just use every empty space you have in your sketchbook or in your PC or
Canvas.
iPad. Yeah, and maybe someday you need. Oh, my line. Sorry about this. I should. What brush is this?
There is a certain appeal to very rough lines. So yeah.
Yeah, it's very helpful, at least for animation, for pose, and very expressive a storyboard, expressive illustrations. It's very helpful to draw like this. Don't pick up your pen because connection between eye and hand is very important, I think.
Yes.
But we can do anything else you want. But it comes to my mind this morning, and I thought maybe it's helpful for them.
No, this one is really useful actually. So I'm started drawing, but on the iPad. So I'm gonna post it on the chat. So anyone who, yeah, I encourage everyone to join the exercise and post it in the chat. Yeah, pick a
Yeah,
random pose and yeah.
Even for the characters like this, I think it's very good when you just want to capture the main.
You're basically capturing the essence, right? Or the
Yeah,
big shape. Yeah.
and you can use all the expression in your line. You can use this kind of harsh, or you can go very soft. But if you want to go like this, very soft, you should pick up your pen. That's why I like actually would work, because when you do this kind of work, it's very edgy and
Yeah. He have you tried like the pen he uses, like the pilot parallel pen? It's really interesting pen.
no, I didn't. I don't know the name of the pens actually in Procreate.
No. He the traditional one he uses for ink. It's a pen used for calligraphy, not for drawing. So when he draws like a straight line, it's very thin, but when he draws like a vertical line, it's very thick, or the other way around.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's for the literature, for the
Yes.
yeah, yeah. I have one here. I use them because Ashley would have some kind of pen like that. Do you know the Kim Jong-gi friend, Nicholas
Yeah, Nicholas Nemeri.
Nemori?
Nemeri, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah. He always used that kind of brush, but it's very. I think it's like this. It's some metal thing like this. It get ink, and when he draws, it's very weird.
Yes. And he uses like a lot of brush pens, but not the normal ones. He used like a messed up. He he destroys the brush pens and then he used them, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to draw some stuff. I'm searching. I'm trying the new way you told us about the way you search for reference.
Yeah, it's very good.
Oh, nice. Yes. How do you exaggerate? Because I'm really struggling currently with exaggeration because I'm really used to drawing things semi-realistic. But when I'm trying to push shapes much further, I struggle with making things realistic, not realistic, plausible, but at the same time pushed.
I'm not very good at this very stylized, but I think DreamWorks animations, I like that kind of uh stylized work. I don't know how to uh say it, but I think TB Choi, do you know TB Choi?
Yes.
She has very good videos in YouTube and Bilibili
Yeah, she streams a lot.
platform.
Yeah,
Yeah, he she talks about how to uh do that kind of, I don't know, silhouettes when she used character with that shape and this sand
nice.
shape. Yeah, she always. But I don't know. I never draw like this to put this and make a muscle. Uh, it's. I think after a while when you do character design and stuff, it's going to your head and you do it without thinking.
Yeah, it becomes like a second nature, basically. You don't think about the anatomy and all that. You just think about the storytelling and the character design and the personality of the character, basically.
Yeah, that's why I said just empty your head someday and do this kind of practice to just empty your head and to just do new things without thinking. I know this proportion is not good, but I really just want to put that pose here. Maybe later when I watched it, I said, "Oh, I have that picture," and I go study it better. I do better proportion. But right now, I really wanted to do this. It's very helpful.
Yes.
you should practice the muscle and structures, but sometimes you should just do this as a practice.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's like different parts of the spectrum. For example, the very tight, detailed style and the other part which is very loose, and they are all important. And when you combine them together, you have like very unique thing, or a pretty broad term of all the things you understand put together.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm not used to not looking at what I'm drawing, so yeah, I'm struggling a
Yeah,
little
you
bit.
look at your where you're drawing, but it's better to do it less and less because it helps better.
And it has a little bit charm to it, actually. Like the sketchy part looks, it has a certain appeal to it.
If someone have something to say, it's very I appreciate if we have a conversation.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. You can on this channel, anyone can talk basically. Yeah, no one is muted. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
And sometimes when you do this, you can rotate character a little bit if you want. If the character is in front, you can make him rotate a little bit and challenge yourself.
Mm. So you have like a reference, and then you try to draw the character from a different angle than the reference.
Yeah, yeah. This challenge is very helpful.
Yes, yes. And I guess it trains the spatial aspect to it. Like you can imagine the forms in 3D space and rotate them around in your mind first, then you can draw them.
Yeah, and like that, you can use any reference and just change the angle, and you don't need any 3D or.
Yes, people in the chat discovering that it's not that easy. It looks when we are watching you, it looks like it's very easy, but when we draw it, it's not that easy.
Yeah, first when you started it, you get very mad. You get, oh, what the fuck I'm doing and stuff. But after a while, when you do it and you see your line and said, oh, I like this line very much.
Yeah.
I recently start to uh, draw with my right hand because I'm left-handed, and I can draw so much better with my right hand, very loose, but I cannot draw details.
Interesting. because
Yeah,
your left hand is for the longest time learned the fundamentals and all that and the straight lines and all that. So
yeah, and I have a
yeah,
muscle memory and I cannot change it. But with right hand, with the knowledge I have, when I draw, I said, oh, these lines are so much better. But I cannot add a detail.
yes.
Let it come to the detail, it makes me mad.
Actually, I'm gonna try it this way. I'm also left-handed, so I'm gonna try with my right
Uh,
hand. Yeah.
Actually, I do all of my handiworks with my right hand, and I only draw with my left hand.
What I realized is that drawing is much easier than writing when you try your right hand.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
because it's all
shows.
detail.
Yes, that shows that writing is very hard, but we're used to it because we learned it from we're very little. But I guess in some way, like writing is harder than drawing in some way.
Yeah, if you want to have a good handwriting. And
Yeah,
Arabic alphabet are so good if you know how to.
yeah, yeah. I just met one of my friends that is a calligrapher, and she showed me like how they used like the pilot parallel pen that Ashley Wood uses, but in its right way and using in calligraphy and all that. And I was like amazed by the systems and the organization and all how things flow together. Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah, because my mother and my father handwriting is so good and mine is so shitty. Uh,
I guess the older generation has a much better handwriting in general. Yeah, for example, my mother and my father also has they definitely have very clean, very precise handwriting, and mine is like gibberish.
yeah, I sometimes cannot read my own writing
Yes,
after a
yes,
while.
yes.
I said, what the fuck are you writing here?
Why are we taking notes from that? We can't read them.
Yeah, when I was in university, somebody asked me, can I have your uh, notes? And I said, dude, I only draw stuff when the teacher talk. Just look at what I'm doing. And when he looked at my notes, he said, oh, okay, goodbye. And never come back to me.
Yeah, it's like
I always drawing when the teachers talk.
yeah, I actually struggled. For me, I struggled with writing because I drew instead of writing because drawing is much more engaging, much more fun. So yeah, I tend not to write that much because I draw instead. So yeah, I relate. I guess this exercise also helps with organizing your thoughts because I tried with one pose to start from a different area, for example, the shoulder, and then I struggled to translate the line from the shoulder to the left leg to yeah. So I thought it's better to start with the head, for example, or the torso than the pelvis. So yeah, I think it organizes your thoughts a little bit.
Yeah, it's like a little bit therapy, but first it's make you mad. but after a while, it's very joyful.
Yeah. Have you tried like the real life sketching or sketching on location?
You mean drawing club or something like that?
No, no, I
Or
mean like
you mean
going into a cafe or a restaurant or any random place and draw like the people
no,
around
we
you.
can't. I used to draw in the metro, but everybody look at my works, and I will always draw uh, girls and fighters, and they always gather on my sketchbook. That's why I don't want. And recently, I cannot work outside my safe zone.
Yeah, yeah.
When I see people do that, I said, ah, it's very good if I can handle that too. But
Yeah, there is this certain appeal to it. It looks so cool. Someone sitting in some place and drawing the things around them.
this exercise is very good for sketching your character when you are in the first earliest stage of character design. You can easily do this kind of very loose sketches to just empty your mind without thinking about something else.
Yes.
At least for me, I don't know, maybe
No, no, it clicked. Actually, I'm gonna definitely gonna use it in the future because I get, for example, when I work on my portfolio or something like that, I get super stressed, and when I get super stressed, the lines shows that I'm super stressed. I'm not enjoying the process so much. So something like this, it loosen up things, so it makes things much better, in my opinion. So yeah, thank you for showing me this cool technique. Actually, I'm enjoying the results and the process. I'm gonna post it in a bit. By the way, did you watch something or played something recently that inspired you or thought that was really cool?
yeah, I play Norest for the Wicked game, early access, and I really like that game. Very cool art style, very cool vibe.
Yeah, I've heard
And
about it. Yes.
yeah, and Forever Winter, because
Oh,
I really like yeah, the vibe for post-apocalypse, but it's some kind of have Middle Easternish vibe. When you
uh,
see the news, it's very have
I think it's
that
not
kind of.
Middle Eastern. I think it's Western European. What's the part of Europe that's Russian or Poland and all that side of
Yeah,
yeah.
but some maps are desertish, kind of wasteland, and have
Oh,
a
okay.
very des uh, it have so many factions. I think there is a faction that include the Middle East and Africa and Russia.
Oh,
No, no, not Russia. China, Middle East, and North Africa.
okay, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, they
seems
have a
realistic.
yeah.
Yeah, but I was sold when I first saw the trailer. I was sold the amount of details and amount, and I like the idea that you're not the main character at all. You're just like a scavenger trying to get by, and there is this
Yeah,
major powers that control the world. Yeah, yeah, it's really interesting.
because my favorite game is one of my favorite game is Metro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really liked Metro game. Metro 2033. I played more than I think 20 times the first one.
Yeah,
It has some kind
some games I know they are really good, but I never played them for whatever reason, and Metro is one of them.
you, I don't like the first person game that much, but the Metro is one of the best
Okay.
for me because I like the vibe and post-apocalypse
Yes, yes.
horror. Uh, Recently, I don't play that much, but then mm, until 5 years ago, I play a lot. I just got from work and open my Xbox, and even in the morning before I go to the work, I open my Xbox and play some online match, Gears 2, Gears of War 2, or Max Payne online, and then go to the work.
Nice. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Here we go. This is what I've drawn so far, yeah, in the shape.
Oh yeah, nice.
Still,
Did you
I
see
need.
you reach?
Yes, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
No, I said, do you see how you have a very loose and good shapes?
Yeah, it's really freeing. I want to draw it. I want to do it more and more, but with different references this time. I think it also helps with recalling reference and for example, I'm drawing an armor. When I draw it this way, it's ingrained a little bit more because I simplify it or make it like in two lines. So it makes it very iconic. So that's what I'm planning to do actually. I don't know.
It's also help you with if you want to work only with a silhouette, you can only do the outline with this kind of approach and just color it and make it silhouette. It's very good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, most of the time I work silhouette, I work like this. I just work with outline and then fill it, and then I start to change things after I fill it with color.
Nice. I usually use in Clip Studio Paint the lasso fill tool. It actually
Yeah,
really interesting, but this way is also I'm not used to this way.
Yeah, you can get some kind of plugin for Photoshop too, but it's very weird that you should get a plugin for this simple.
Yes. Photoshop is really outdated.
It's very weird. They don't even try.
Yeah, can you remember when we like for the longest time we wanted symmetry in Photoshop. Meanwhile, the other programs like had it for 5 or 6 years. Uh, yeah, Photoshop is really
Yeah.
old.
If they give us a version from Procreate to PC, I definitely switch to Procreate.
Definitely. I think Photoshop will still be around because of the photo manipulation aspect of it. For example, like
Yeah,
in photo bashing, definitely Photoshop is the best.
yeah, for works like that, the AAA kind of
Yes.
works, I think nothing beat the Photoshop, but for the sketch and do very loose work, I think I definitely switch to Procreate. But I will export and color it in Photoshop.
Yeah, the final part. Like the artist Callum Alexander what?
Yeah, he used a sketchbook,
Yeah, he uses
especially
Sketchbook. Yeah, basically, and then he refines in Photoshop and the final editing.
yeah, I wanted to try a sketchbook, but I never because when you see his line and when you go to the sketchbook pro and you want to smash your head,
Yeah,
like
yes, yes,
how did
yes.
he draw with this shitty uh software?
Yeah, but I realized that he uses like this custom brush that he made, and I made like I for the longest time I've been stalking him and then thinking like what does he use and all that, and then okay I realized okay the brush helps, but it's not the brush at all, which is a sad realization, but realistic one that it's not about the brush. It was never about the brush. You know the meme of
Yeah,
the space guy?
helps, but
Yeah,
not that much.
yeah, it's never about the brush. Yeah, but his line work is like next level.
Yeah, he's is one of the best. Did you watch Love, Death Robot new season?
I watched it until the episode Zeke founds religion. I know that this is like the best episode. Everyone told me that this is the best episode, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna watch it on another day. But I watched like the 300 Boys. This is what was the best so far for me, at least. Yeah, but Zeke found religion is the one that excited most about.
Yeah, because the artist is one of the best with line and color, and he's a comic artist. He worked on Magic Order.
Yeah, what's his name again? I know the guy, but I can't remember his name.
I don't remember, but I will send you because I really follow his work with Magic Order comics, and it's very good comic, and he has the
Yes,
best line, best color scheme,
he got a
and it's
mastery. He got a mastery of shapes.
yeah, and it was the first time that I see in animation they captured the whole essence of comic kind of graphic novelish
Nice.
line work and it because I don't like the Love Death Robot new season at all.
Yes,
I didn't
yes.
like only like some episodes in the whole series. I don't like that hyper realistic kind of 3D renders at all.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, most of us artists like the 2D more. 2D still
Yeah,
is the best.
yeah, even if you want to work 3D, it's not so inspiring anymore to see hyper realistic. I really like the Mielgo
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
kind of.
Milgo is different because he mixes like the two seemingly in his own way. But the hyper realistic ones, for example, like the Aquila Rift one, okay, okay, you achieved realism. Okay, what's next?
Yeah, but that episode was good because of the story,
Yes,
but after the story, nothing was impressive, I think.
yes, yes. Yeah, it's like the same argument in video games. It was never about the graphics. It was never about how realistic the hair or the folds or the skin texture. It's about the gameplay and the story and the atmosphere.
Yeah, I follow Alberto Mielgo since I was in university. I follow when he works on comics. I really like his work back then. And after I uh, noticed he work on the Spider-Verse, I get so
Yeah,
happy, but uh, they throw him out.
yes, yes. I kinda understand why though.
Yeah, me too, because it's very it it was very too much for Marvel,
Yes,
I think.
basically, he's too much for Marvel. Yes.
Yeah, I
Uh,
cannot imagine if he remains there.
yes. The thing is, have you seen like his the animation work in Tron Uprising?
Uh, that one that Robert Valley
Yeah, it
did
was
the characters.
Robert Valley and Alberto Miolgo working together.
Yeah, it was very good. The
Yes.
story is not good, but the art style, I really like that.
Yeah, I can't
I don't
remember
like,
anything about the story, but the art style. Yeah.
yeah, because I don't like that kind of sci-fi. I like some kind of diesel punk and I don't know how to say it. Do you play Dead Space?
Okay, okay. Yeah, you know the what's it called? The cosmic horror thing.
Yeah, but with not a very high, I don't know, technological and very neony kind. I don't like that. I like some
Yes.
kind of Star Wars technology. Everything has a button. There is wire for everything. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
It's more
much
technical,
more,
mechanical
yeah,
sci-fi. Yeah,
yeah, mechanical sci-fi, like Star Wars, the space, and I don't know, even Dune, new Dune movie is like
yeah.
that. Everything is mechanical and
Yeah, it has like a tactile feel. It's really different than the sleek, very sleek sci-fi. I think I usually like the sleek sci-fi, but recently I like the rudimentary or the tactile sci-fi more because there is a lot of there are more smart solutions in my opinion. For example, Dune, they used a lot of smart solutions to convey that this civilization is in the future, but the technology is still not futuristic in a way.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I like it's more relatable
exactly, yes.
to us, to our lives.
And the wildest thing about Dune is that, yeah, when you hear about the author, the Frank Herbert, he was fascinated by Middle East because of the how the oil and all that and the spice. There is all the similarities in the history and all that. But for example, a thing that I thought that was really wild is that in people living in Europe, seeing this much space filled with sand is wild. Meanwhile, for us here in Egypt, for example, if we saw a forest, that will be wild for us also. So that's really interesting.
Yeah, it's actually from the events of Lawrence of Arabia when they separate the uh, Arab country from the Ottoman Empire. It's really become from that story and the Sanul Ghaib, the chosen one is Mahdi from the Shia kind of
Yes, yes,
cult.
yes.
It's
He,
very, yeah.
Yeah, his references shows basically. Yeah, we can see where he got inspired. So in terms of the West, they saw this for the first time. It was the most original thing ever for us. Okay, it's original, but we can see where
It's
he.
daily life.
Yes, basically, yes. So in a way, you did what he did, like we mixing things that are not expected and do something original. So yeah,
Yeah, but I think he understand it well. He really study it.
yeah, he did
Study.
he did his research, definitely.
It's not something very surface like. It's very
And the best thing, I guess, is the message about like not trusting charismatic leaders, basically, because they could say whatever and then easily
yes.
get corrupted and power corrupts, basically.
Yeah, and we see it in our daily life in Egypt revolution, the spring of Arab Spring, and in Iran revolution. It's all happened, and
Yes,
it's not
yes.
something very exotic for us.
Yeah, casual Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I remember when I showed the Game of Thrones to my family. Did you watch that show?
No, but I know everything that happened in it. Yeah, you can spoil
I
it,
don't want
whatever.
to
Yeah,
spoil it for others, but there is a event that happened in the wedding,
yeah, the
and
red wedding. Yeah, right.
yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to see reaction in my family faces, and when they watch it, they are so emotionless, and I said, "Oh, you don't get emotional or excited?" They said, "Oh, we see it in real life." So nothing new. I was like,
Yeah, casual.
I was so excited to show them and see their reaction, and they were so emotionless. So, we see it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I always like to talk with different people from different cultures and show them like the random things that happens in Egypt and they and see their expressions. Yeah, it's always fun.
Yeah. And because I follow the that events in Syria and Egypt, the Arab Spring a lot. I watch it closely.
Yeah.
It was so many weird things happen.
Actually, I'm using all my brain power to capture the silhouette. I'm not used to this at all, but it's really fun.
Yeah, I recently start to do this kind of works again
Mm.
because I have a very bad burnout. I couldn't sketch over 1 year, and I started to sketching in the sketchbook, and work more after this burnout, and 6 more vodka channel helps me a lot.
Yeah, it's an amazing community.
This community you build is very good too. I think people should use it a lot.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I thought about like I saw a different communities in different countries. I was like, why we don't have this in Egypt? Okay, we have some other communities, but it's not consistent or something happens. So my plan is to make it grow as much as possible and like uh, yeah, make it accessible to anyone basically here in Egypt and eventually in the Middle East, hopefully.
Yeah, because if it was a Iranian channel, I wouldn't join. Uh, I really separate myself from animation and CG artist community in Iran. I really don't want to participate.
Yeah. I think most Iranian artists I know do the same. For example,
Yeah,
yeah, I met one amazing artist when I traveled to Dubai. He works on comics, not comics. What's the word? Books, books. I was thinking about what's the other thing than comics that uses images. Yes, yes, books. Yeah, his work is really amazing. Actually, I maybe you know him. I'm not sure, so sure.
what's his
1 second. I'm gonna. Yeah, yeah, the latest book he did with some princes in Dubai about the library that the armies of Genghis Khan destroyed in Iraq, the house,
Alexandria?
no, the House of Wisdom library.
Ah, no, I didn't know.
He one of the largest libraries basically in the world at that
In
time.
Egypt?
Say again?
In Egypt?
No, in Iraq, Iraq, not in Egypt.
Because I know he burned in Egypt. He burned the big library too.
Yes.
I thought maybe that's he likes to burn stuff.
His name is Majid Zakiri.
It's okay.
Okay, I'm
Oh, I
gonna
don't know him. Maybe if I see
copy
his work.
profile. 1 second.
I never remember the names. I know the people from their works.
Uh, 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 uh. Yeah, I posted his Instagram page. I really like his style of simplification and adding details in certain areas.
He works miniature kind of. Yeah. No, I didn't know him. He's more graphic kind of.
Yes,
Even
yes,
it's miniature.
he's more graphic.
I
The
think he used stamp and print, traditional print kind of
yes,
work.
yes. Uh, the other one, Azon, I think the most famous one is Faraz Shanier.
Yeah, I know him from
Yeah,
Iran.
Yeah, I used to follow him since like the DeviantArt days. He did like a lot of movie studies and value studies and all that, and then one time he disappeared and then appeared with a level up. But
Yeah, he's one
his
of
work
the.
is amazing. Yes.
I go to live sketching with him few times.
Oh, nice. But he's not also living in Iran, also, right?
No, he lives around the world.
Yeah.
Sometimes he uh, came back to Iran and have some classes and stuff, but mostly live outside of it.
Yes. Yeah, there's some people that have started to post. آه جامد قوي ده يا رنين. حلو قوي ده. آه اي حد عمل حاجات في السكتشات دي يعمل لها ابلود يعني عشان نشوف كده بجد.
حسين معلش انا كنت اضطريت اقوم قول لي التشالنج ايه.
اوكي. هو فكرة ان انت بترسم حاجة من غير ما تبص على اللي انت رسمه، انت بتبص على الريفرنس وما تسيبش القلم، ما تسيبش القلم خالص. يعني انت بتخلي القلم ستروك واحدة كاملة بتعمل كل ده.
ثانك يو.
بس فده بيترانزليت حلو قوي في اللي انت تعمل، يعني يبقى عندك الستايل السيلويت بيبقى انرجيتك قوي، بيبقى لوس قوي، فبيبقى حلو قوي. بس definitely I'm gonna abuse this technique. I'm
Yeah,
having so
it's
much
very
fun.
useful.
Yes.
Even if you want to draw from imagination, right now I'm drawing from imagination, but it's very helpful for that too.
Yeah. Uh, I think if I ever felt like there's burnout or repeating my old habits or old bad habits or patterns, I could use this one to get out of them. And I could try different random brushes. Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities.
As someone random teach me this, I was in some kind of family gathering, and one of our family friends, kind of, he was artist, and he came to me and says, "Oh, you do this, you do this, you're good at this, you're bad at this, but if you want to get better at your line work, do this training."
Wow. Free
Yeah,
free
it was.
knowledge at random times.
Yeah, these kind of uh, random knowledge are the best.
Very true. Yes.
Because I remember when I was working on that animation, the first one, the cinematic one, uh, there was a Iranian European artist, Bahi JD. He is very good
Okay.
animator, one of the best. He works in every possible anime you can think. Uh, uh, he came to Iran. He doesn't know himself as Iranian, but his parents are Iranian. But when we talk a little bit, and he says, okay, you have this kind of a style, but if you want to get better at the animation and anime kind of uh, style, try then to draw from the live, use less and less line. For example, when I was working, I do this scratching and do hashing. I don't know what you call it, this kind of.
Yes, yes, hatching and cross hatching. Yeah, yeah.
He says, okay, you do this well, but if you want to get better at anime style, try to do it with less line. And with a less line, try to explain what shape you're drawing.
Okay, so like simplify it as much as possible without losing
Yeah.
the main shape.
Yeah, main shape and main 3D kind of. Did you know this artist Kim Il something? He's a Korean.
Yeah, yeah, Kim Il Kwang.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he is one of the best, and he done this very good.
this guy is crazy actually because he simplifies
Look
and
at
it looks very easy, but then when you draw it, you get like disastrous results.
just want to kill yourself after
Yes,
when you want to. Uh, right now, this see he just with few lines.
yeah. He reminds me of Hisham Habashi also.
Who is it?
Hisham Habshi, you know, the guy that works with Riot Games and worked with Marvel Rivals, the recent one. I'm gonna send you the
Ah,
link.
yeah,
Hero Daily.
yes.
Yeah, Hisham.
Do you know this guy?
No, what's his name?
He has very known hard name. Takanaka something. I never remember the name.
Did he work
People
with
don't.
Akira? Worked on Akira?
Did you watch the Genius Party anime? Ah, yes, his name.
Look at okay, okay.
Just look at my tabs.
uh, he looks like he worked with Satoshi Kon or something like that. His style is similar, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't like this. Not Satoshi Kon, the Otomo.
Yeah,
You mean
Otomo. Yeah, yeah. Oh, my bad.
I like this style more than Otomo style. I like Akira a lot, but I don't like the character designs. I don't know. I
Same.
never.
Yeah, yeah. He has like the face same syndrome there, you know.
But I
That,
like. I send the name for you. It's
yeah, I just saw it.
Takanaka Tatsueki. Yeah, he's. Oh yeah, yeah. I know this artist you sent me. I really like his works. Yeah, yeah. He used this same kind of approach to it. He has so many shapes, but he used simple lines.
Yes, and he's inspired definitely by Joma Didiera. You know the mix of East and West, basically.
Yeah, some semi something and
Yes. Yeah, but recently I got inspired by the sketches of like Marvel Rivals. The concept art team is crazy good. Have you
yeah.
seen?
But I think
Yeah, yeah.
after a while, everybody wants to work like that. I think if you like it, it's very good. But it's like a what's that animation of League of Legends Arcane. Everybody after a while wants to paint like that,
Yes,
and
yes,
everywhere you
yes.
go, you see that kind of.
It's
But
it's
it's
normal, you know. It's normal. A thing happen. Everyone gets inspired by that thing, but then you have like this trend for like 3 months, and then the next thing happens and someone gets like inspired by this thing. For example, when Last of Us got released, everyone got to draw like the Last of Us fan art, and then the
Yeah.
Elden Ring fan art, you know?
Uh, Everybody gets matte paint artists.
Yes.
Yeah, but I like my rival's shape and designs. After a while, we had it very good character designs.
Mm. Yeah, it's important to stay grounded eventually and not get distracted by different styles.
Yeah, that's why one of the guys asked a question in other chat. Uh, there is there's you couldn't produce and creative design if you said yeah about that overwhelming and produce creative design. I think social media uh, is the worst thing for me. Whenever I start to post, even if I don't care about the like and impressions, but it affects my mind. I want to do something that's gain more like and stuff in my subconscious. I think every time you don't have productivity, don't go to social media and just empty your mind or just work on uh, basic and how do you say it? Basic study on to fundamentals. Just work on the fundamentals. Don't work on something that need creative kind of approach because it's happened. I have very bad burnout from overworking on 2D animation, and I still suffer from it. Sometimes I don't even want to uh, turn on my PC.
Mm.
When I see my PC, I said, "Oh, I don't want to sit in front of PC right now." And that's why recently I start to just work on my fundamentals and work my with my other hand and do stuff like that.
Yeah, you're like breaking the norm or breaking the routine and trying different things out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's really
Because you
important
cannot,
to mix things. Yeah, yeah.
because you cannot fight with your brain. Your worst enemy is your brain, and you cannot fight with it.
Yes.
You should trick it.
Yeah, what I started to do actually is to, for example, I learned some 3D and it was super fun because it's creative, but it's creative in a new way. So it was super engaging. And after I learned some 3D, I got motivated again to get back to the 2D. So it was fun to play around with both.
Yeah, I try to work with ZBrush too for upgrade my anatomy knowledge, and I find very good artists that teach anatomy so accurate.
Yeah.
Let me send his. If you want to learn very accurate anatomy with 3D, I definitely.
I guess the best way to learn anatomy is like, yeah, 3D or animation. I guess animation really helps.
Yeah, animation is very helpful.
But yeah, I learned 3D from a 3D guy called Scott Eaton.
Yeah, Scott Eaton, I want to
Yeah, yeah, he's
because he
amazing.
has anatomy course and he has another course for ZBrush, and he is the best.
Yes.
There is one a digital figure sculpting course, and there is another one just for an anatomy, and don't teach any ZBrush.
Yes, yes. That's the one. That's the one, yes. And there's this one about faces, just faces, you know? Just faces, which is amazing and really helpful.
Who Scotty?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So you in your like normal work day, you do like this warm up for example, an hour, then start working on your actual stuff. So you get warmed up, something like that.
Sometimes I do this. Sometimes I only study anatomy and do accurate anatomy stuff. Sometimes some mornings I just do pose trainings. What open the uh, Sakugaburu
Yeah.
and freeze the frame and try to capture that pose.
Yes. Yes.
It depends. I think if you change it every day or every week, it's more helpful.
Yeah. Break the
It's
routine. Yeah.
yeah, I cannot get in routine. If I do something, I put a program. Oh, okay, every day I should wake up at this and do this. I never do it. But if I
Mm.
change it and do it in the same time, it's much helpful for me.
Who are your favorite animators, by the way?
Mm. Animator. Mm. I think I tell you about Baggy JD. I like his stuff a lot.
Can you write his
Baggy
name?
JD. What?
Can you write his name because I can't remember. I can't spell it.
Let me. Yeah, it's his.
Okay.
There are some new indie animators I find in the X. I will send the links to you. They are so good, but I recently find them in Twitter. But from the director and anime kind of animators, I like Satoshi Kon and Miyazaki. I think are the best.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, Satoshi Kon is amazing, actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
one of my favorite anime is Perfect Blue. I really liked it.
yeah.
And Magnetic Rose. I really like Magnetic Rose.
Oh, I didn't watch it. Yeah.
It's from the 3 episode kind of movie. It's the name is Memories,
Yeah,
and one
memories.
of
Yeah.
them is Magnetic Rose. When there's a sci-fi, they go to some kind of abandoned spaceship. That one is one of my favorites. The other favorites anime, I really like Jinru.
Oh, definitely. Jinro is is amazing.
Yeah, I watched it 1,000 times.
I love the alternative timeline thing.
Yeah,
It's amazing for
I
the
really
world
like that
building.
kind
Yeah.
of. I really like if I want to make a game or animation, I definitely go with an alternative timeline or
Yeah.
alternative history.
I think. Have you seen like Atomic? What's this called? Uh, Atomic Heart. I guess it's the name of the game.
The Russian game,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
it has very Bioshock kind of vibe.
Definitely.
I like.
Yes.
BioShock Infinite is another
Yeah,
favorite game.
definitely Bioshock is one of the best. Dishonored, I really like Dishonored actually.
Yeah, oh, Dishonored. The first one, I
Yeah, the
played
first one.
so much. It's very good. Best, I think best first-person immersive sim kind of game.
I agree. And the style, actually, I played it recently. It's been like 10 years, I guess, or more. I'm not so sure. And the style still holds up, which is amazing. Like the graphics and because it's stylistic, it's not realistic, so
Yeah,
the
I
design
didn't like
choices
the second,
works.
but the first one was so good.
Yeah, the first one.
The second one was in some kind of uh, Mediterranean area. I didn't like it that much.
Yeah, they expanded on the first one, but I think the first one is like the most dishonored one of them, you know? Like the
Yeah, and why they show the Corvo's face? I don't understand it.
no, I don't get it either.
Something some sometimes you shouldn't show this stuff. It's better to people imagine by
Yes.
themselves.
You know, like in Darksiders 2, they didn't show his they didn't show the face of death. And I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
he looks like a high school death metal kind of.
Yes.
Darksider 1 was a cool game.
My favorite one was 2 actually, because I like the way that oof, I've drawn like death for like 500 times or something like that because his design was so cool.
Yeah, but it becomes so much RPG kind of.
Yes.
No, it was good, but I don't know.
And the
Maybe
soundtrack,
because
yeah.
I play it a little bit late, but
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
yeah, sure.
Yes. Sure.
Yeah. I just want to know how do you get reference for your animation? And what if it's complicated like fight scenes and stuff like this? Like how do you get your reference?
Uh, I watch Sakuga Brew website. There are so many good uh, animated references there, and I have bank of uh, reference of action scene in movies and pictures that I gather by the years. Uh, yeah, and I really like the choreography myself. I watch on YouTube, find so many people put a video choreograph the sword fight or watch the MMA or
Yeah.
UFC fights. Yeah, you should see what kind of thing you like, and I think in YouTube you can find it. I really like the sword fight and for example martial arts, and I go to YouTube and download them with
Yeah.
IDM and then play them in frame by frame and get a screenshot. Yeah, I think it's the best way. Because if you search in Google, you cannot find anything good.
Well, I keep watching a lot of stuff like I do some animation, but I just keep watching a lot of stuff. Like I'm confused. I keep combining between like scenes. I watch like some scenes from videos and another from other videos and try to combine them together so I can make what I'm thinking about. So there's an easier way or something.
One practice you can do when you, for example, watch a UFC and the guy is punching like this, someone else, you try to draw it in another angle, maybe from top.
Yeah.
you from behind. This with a very simple one can kind of character. It's very help to just remember it, organize it in your mind, and mm, yeah. Or if it's simple kind of action, take a movie from yourself and do the act yourself and uh, just bring it to some kind of software and change the time, the pacing of the video, uh, cut some of the frames in between so it has less and less frame, and I think you can manage the timing and pacing a little bit better.
Yeah. I did this on my graduation project. I kept like slowing down the videos nearly frame by frame.
Yeah, but it's very complicated, I think, because in so many anime studios and semi-anime studio like Studio Mir and some other studios, they best animators work on uh, battle scenes. For example, do you know Guzu?
Guzu?
Yeah, he's one of animator in Castlevania, and uh, he animated so many. Uh,
Did he make some scenes in The Witcher?
yeah, in The
Yeah,
Witcher,
I
in
know him. Yeah.
Castlevania first season. Yeah, he's very good animator.
Yeah, I have
Uh,
him, yeah. But I don't
yeah,
remember the name. Mm.
and he when he animates in rough stages, it just a sticky man, a sticky man
Yeah.
kind of characters, and then I think he's one of the best for fighting scene and action scenes.
There's Rocket Boy. This guy is cool too,
Yeah,
if you
the
know him.
guy from South Africa.
Yeah, this guy
Yeah.
is incredible too. Yeah, I have some shots for Valorant too.
Yes, yes, yes. He worked on
But this
Attack on Titan also.
Yeah, he worked on
boy
Mikasa.
great.
Yeah, the Rocket Boy art. Let me run this one.
I don't
I
like the Attack
prefer,
on Titan at all.
no, bro.
I hate the artist style.
Why?
My wife always says, "No, it's not that bad." Why you say that? Oh yeah, yeah, he's very good animator.
Uh,
I don't know. I hate the artist style and I hate the main character. He's always whining and just shut the fuck up. Yeah,
Bro, I'm
it has
literally
so many
putting his
good
picture.
characters, but yeah, but the main character is so annoying.
which one is
Yeah.
it? Which one?
Attack on Titan is talking
Oh, okay,
about
okay,
Eren.
okay. I get you. I get you. Yeah.
What do you mean you get him?
No, Eren is like a whiny
He's a
character.
Yeah, but
bitch.
the character development is kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Not that major spoiler, but in the end, he will not be that whiny.
I don't care. I hate him. I want to shoot him in the head. I want to find a voice actor and beat him to death.
uh,
No, but I don't like the artist style either. I don't like the color scheme. I know people always, all of my friends watch it, and everyone gets so excited about it. But
Like
I
both
don't
of
know
the
since
studios, like Mappa and Wit, both of them are bad.
no, I guess you're talking about the actual style of Attack on Titan only, not the studios,
He's
right?
talking about the coloring and the stuff.
yeah, I actually I about the all most of the animes uh recently I watched. I don't like the colors and backgrounds and whole uh kind of color scheme in them. Not
Okay.
like Chainsaw Man is very good, I think, or I know Jujutsu Kaisen is good, but most of the mainstream animes are have this kind of color scheme, grayish and very bright kind of. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, yeah, because Wit studios like have a high contrast and high colors. Like unless like Like Maba have like more realistic colors. It's not shiny, low contrast, I guess.
Yeah.
But Weta have more details. Like Maba focus more on the animation and style.
I watched 2 seasons of Attack on Titan and then go see the spoils and what happened in the end and other stuff, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I
For
get.
Season
example,
4 they
I
change
couldn't.
it.
Yeah, I know. There is so many good fights in Attack on Titan. Levi fighting with this other guy that have
Yes.
this hook. Yeah, that shot was so good. I watched 1,000 times when he fights in with the other guys with the hooks. I don't know what's the name.
Yeah, in terms of choreography, Attack on Titan is very nice. Actually, also Jujutsu Kaisen, there's a lot of. Actually, each episode is a fight scene basically in Jujutsu Kaisen. Uh, so yeah, but I get what you mean regarding the coloring because for me personally, I like the 90s style more than the modern one. I don't know. That's because I got because I saw the this one first, so I got used to it or not. For example,
I
like
guess because it's more realistic or more like they have more realism in the animation.
maybe for example like Samurai Champloo and Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah,
I
I
like
love them.
this. I love the style. I love the simplicity. I don't want. I love the vibes.
Gurren Lagoon or I don't
Yes,
know the
yes,
uh,
yeah. Studio Trigger.
Hellsing or Vampire Hunter D. I love this kind of. For example, I couldn't watch single episode of One Piece. I hate everything about it.
Same.
Yeah. If you don't like Attack on Titan, I can only imagine that you don't like One Piece.
I don't know why it's first episode. I said,
Yeah, but
let's
have you seen
finish.
like there is okay. For the longest time, they have like 300 episodes with like $1 budget, okay? And then the next episode, they spend like $5,000 on one frame or something like that, and the episode is goes crazy.
Yeah, the OVAs and the movies are good, but still I hate the character designs.
Yeah,
Very
okay.
cartoonish.
I think it goes well with the story because the story is about like okay, at first it's like whimsical and we're having fun and all that. Then it gets dark eventually.
Yeah, everybody tell me watch it because of the story, but if I cannot connect with the style, I cannot.
Yes.
It's my taste. I don't say it's bad or good. I said I hate it. I
Yes.
don't like it.
Yeah. No problems. Yeah, I think it's important to have like taste and have strong opinions in terms of style because it shows what you like and don't like. So
For
yeah.
example, so many of my friends watch Dragon Ball Z,
Okay.
but I cannot watch
Yeah,
that
me
too.
too. Me too. I hate the style so much. But people will kill me if I told them I hate Dragon Ball.
Yeah, so many friends that are so obsessed with animes and this iconic kind of animes.
Yeah,
And if I said this in front of them, they will lynch me.
you know, a random fact that you know the cartel in Mexico, they take like a day off when Dragon Ball releases a new episode.
No.
This is one of the funniest thing I've heard because they love Dragon Ball so much. So there is a meme where you if you went to Mexico and you said out loud that you hate Dragon Ball, they're gonna kill you because they love Dragon
Ah,
Ball.
yeah, my own cousin loves Dragon Ball or Muhakkak Conan, Detective Conan.
Yes.
Did you watch the Space Tune, the Arabic
Yes.
channel? I love that channel. It's show all of the main
Man, I
animes.
guess this channel single-handedly made this generation of artists.
Yeah, It was so good. And then NBC3 come and I watch NBC, but nothing compares to
Yeah,
Space Tune.
yeah, definitely. Space Tune was the best. Yeah, they had like Conan and Conan
Double
was
Dragon,
yes,
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, everything. They Mortal Kombat, they show everything. I really like that.
yes, yes. And there's this one, the Hazim al-Ra'd one with the most epic intro ever. But it's a bit older, but yeah, it's like Space Wars, and the main character.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah. Maybe you could
I think,
remember it.
yeah. And I still remember that they said El Aliga. What else? In between of the animation, they have these teasers with a stop motion kind of.
Yeah, اللي هو سنعود بعد قليل or something like that.
Oh, Snt.Noch.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so much memory.
Okay, so you understand Arabic after all.
Yeah, everything they say in the Space Tune, I understand.
You tricked me and made me talk English all this time.
Oh, I know only these few phrases in the Space Tune.
Okay, so you know like normal, not normal, the official Arabic, yeah, right?
Yeah,
So you watched Space Tune with no, it wasn't dubbed in Farsi?
no, it's Space Tune was with its Arabic subtitle, and sometimes it was dub, Arabic dub.
Okay.
In Iran, we have very good dub. We had very good dub until few years ago that most of them dubbers are dead. But we have very good dub in Iran. We had very good dub in Iran.
Have you
And
watched like
but
the Qannas Hunter x Hunter?
I've watched few scenes from it.
Oh, okay.
I tried to watch Monster Hunter, but I didn't like that too.
Monster
I,
Hunt.
I, I become so picky about
True
I'm so
artist.
annoying. Uh,
Yeah, me too actually. Yeah, with time I guess you get a little bit more picky. I don't know why though.
I think it because of age, maybe.
Yeah. And your taste gets refined more with time.
Yeah, I rewatched so many animes. I watched Magnetic Rose 20 times, or Jinro a lot, or Vampire Hunter D. Every year I watched it twice. But it's very hard for me to start new anime.
Yeah.
I did you watch the Ergo Proxy? I really like that
Yes,
anime too.
yes, yes. Okay, I have. Okay, I watched it when I was young, okay, and I didn't understand anything, but I was like, okay,
Yeah, me too.
there is something there, but I don't get it at all.
I recently watched the explain a story about it, and we watched it again. But beside the story, it has very good fabric animation and yeah, casual kind of beans in fabric and beans animated. It's very
Yeah.
good in that
And
way.
the world building is really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, there's a lot of cool ones like Psychopaths, Psychopaths. I watched the one
Yeah,
this, yeah.
I watched few episodes. I didn't finish it.
I like for some reason, I like the social commentary part of it, like how the society is affected by certain, for example, technology and how it affected us or all that. Yeah, it's really interesting.
Did you watch One Punch Man?
Yes, first season was the best. Then,
Yeah, the second season was
Yeah.
like shit.
Yeah, exactly. But the manga though, the manga is on a different level.
Give you the earliest episode in manga when it was a sticky man.
Uh, yeah, the artist, the original artist is one. You can't like, yeah, he's just scribbling, but they took it and Yosuke Murata did like a whole version of
Yeah,
it. Yeah, which is really
he
clean and really really cool style.
find out about the story and One Punch Man and talk to the manga and says, "Okay, you just write the story. I will do it for you. Don't draw anymore."
Yeah. Ranim is asking, have you seen Dororo?
Yeah, Dororo is very good.
Yeah,
I
Dororo is,
like it.
yeah, it's actually amazing.
Dororo is one that the guy has a crocodile uh, head, or that one with a guitar, girl with a guitar and
No, Dororo is
TV head.
about the guy that loses all of his organs and he gains them by killing demons.
Yeah, his dad
The
make a deal with the demon,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
sacrifices his kid.
There is two version, I think. There is an old one and there is the new version.
Yes, yes.
Dororo?
There is a remake. Yeah, the old one it was done in like the 70s or 60s, something like that, and then they
Oh.
made like a remake. I watched the remake because the other one is yeah, it didn't click with me honestly. The old style.
Oh, the other anime I was talking about is Fully Cooley.
Oh yeah.
I like that anime too. It's very
This one, any animator recommends it.
yeah, because it has so many good shots and good angles. It's very good.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Hussein?
Dororo. Okay.
No, continue.
Ah, Dororo, because it was a Japanese kind of folklore, the kind of monsters are very cool. I really
Yeah,
like
the
it.
design. Yeah. اوكي احمد انت سألت على الحوار اللي هو الفايتنج كوريوجرافي ده صح؟ In my opinion, one of the best choreography in fighting is the movie Sword of the Stranger.
Yeah, it's very good.
Sword of the
Exactly.
Stranger? I don't know what
Yes.
you're saying now.
One of the best.
I watched it like 5 times or something like that. I was like, what the hell?
There is a new series coming out.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, another good choreography.
And one in Naruto. There is one in Naruto, but you have to watch like 700 episodes to get it. So I
Naruto?
don't recommend.
Naruto has so many good fight scenes too.
Yes, yes. But this one in particular, I liked it because it's like the accumulation of all the episodes that you have seen basically in one fight scene, basically.
I never finish.
Understandable.
Yeah, because it has so many
Fillers,
what
yeah.
did they call
Fillers.
fillers?
Fillers,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but if you skip it, actually, Shippuden is very good. Like the first part,
Yeah,
first season is kind of boring, but once you start Shippuden, it's like it's very good actually. But there's a lot of fillers, but you can skip it from filler list, you know.
I didn't know.
and it has very
Oh, okay, okay.
I skipped all the fillers.
At first, I didn't know there is this thing called a filler, and then I was like watching, and then why they derail and go to random side quests? I want
Yeah,
to watch them. It's
in the middle of fight.
Yes. Then one of my friends told me, "Why do you watch this shitty episodes?" I was like, "I don't know." He told me there's something called fillers, and they do it because they want to keep up with the manga and all that. Yeah,
Shikamaru was one of the best scenes when his master died.
yes, yes, yes.
So
Actually, one of my favorite characters, Shikamaru.
yeah,
Yeah, and the character designs. Oof, for the longest time, I've drawn the yeah, I can't say their name.
Akatsuki,
Yeah,
Akatsuki, I don't know.
basically,
I
and
can't spell it.
their ropes and the black and red
Yeah.
clouds. Yeah, yeah, it has cool designs. Bleach also.
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist, the Brotherhood has some good choreography too.
True, true.
What that anime called? The guy have a reverse. Vow to never kill anybody, and he has some kind of a scratch in his face, and has a reverse kind of blade.
Blade of the Immortal? But no, no, but Blade of the Immortal kills people. Huh.
No, not the Blade of Immortal, the other one. The guy that.
Rirori Kenshin?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The Rurouni Kenshin movie has very good. The movies, the
Yes.
live action has very good live choreography.
Also, the Blade
I
of the
never watched
Immortal
it.
one, they made like a live action movie and it was really good actually.
Yeah, I never liked the live action kind of from animes, but Rurouni Kenshin was good.
Yeah.
I study the fight scene from that movies a lot.
حسين انا بعت لك حاجة ممكن تشوف ينفع ولا لأ.
ماشي ماشي. ماشي عادي مفيش أي شيء.
عشان الحاجة تاخد وقت سيكا فانا مش عايز ابقى مرخم.
لا عادي احنا قاعدين نرسم يعني فعادي. بس قول لي هتعمل كده امتى عشان ممكن اقفل الريكوردينج وبعدين
لا عادي اي وقت انت وقت ما الدنيا تبقى تمام انا قشطة، انا كده كده الحاجة موجودة يعني، بس عايز اخد
ماشي.
فيدباك في الجديد.
ماشي خلاص اسأل بقى.
اوكي. uh, so I wanted to show you my graduation project because it's 2D animation and I did it from, I don't know, 8 months ago. I did it in 2 months and a half. So I'm remaking it all over again because I don't like it and I just want to make it like the line animation quality, you know. So I just wanted to show it to you and take a feedback if you can.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to share a screen or?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Just it's okay. Whenever you're ready, just tell me.
Details, and if you cannot handle it well, it becomes some tweaking and lagging and
Yeah, I
distracting in the
understand.
character. If you watch the line animation, the characters are so much simpler and stylized, and when they work on something more detailed, yeah, more detailed, they the detailed shots are close-ups and insert shots. But when it's a long shot or a medium shot or something like that, they decrease the details. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, but the timing and everything in your new edition is so much better.
Yeah. I didn't know what
Yeah,
to do actually
it
because
was
yeah, continue.
go on. No, go on, go on.
I just the problems that I don't know like kind of how to start because I just like go straight ahead, you know. I just like get my
Yeah,
reference and stuff and just start doing without thinking.
straight
So
ahead, I think is very good for fighting and action scene, but for the scenes like when he rotates his head or look down or stand up, I think it's better to do it pose to pose. I mean, you do three key animate, two keyframe when his head is up and once he's down or something in between it, and do in between for that, not straight ahead. When you do it straight ahead for that kind of shots, I think you should so professional, so good with that, and you have it all in your mind, and your mind is so connected with your hands. But I think it's better to for that kind of uh, acting. I think it's
Yeah.
better to put uh, in between and
You
pose
mean
to
in the
pose.
new one, or you mean overall?
Overall, both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think you should do your rough animate more looser and more simple.
I
If
actually
you
tried, but
yeah,
yeah, I'm
it's
hearing.
I know it's very hard to reach there, but if you can do it, because I have this problem with our some of our animators too, but it's very big struggle. But if you can handle it, it helps you a lot about the timing and spacing.
Yeah.
But great job! It was so long, and you do it all by yourself, and it was good. Action scenes are very well done,
I
and
changed the whole concept actually. I just changed even the story. 'Cause I didn't like it.
mm, and if I think Hussein want to put this on YouTube, so I will send you message about the program that can you use for it. I think it's not good to say it in the live or something.
Yeah.
But I will
But,
send you
yeah.
message about the program. But Clip Studio is a good software for animation, but I think Toon Boom is better, but it's expensive. But there is always a way to.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to shock you, but I did the whole my whole graduation project on Photoshop.
Oh,
Ah, yeah, Photoshop is the worst, I think.
Yeah, I'm used to it, so I'm using it for nearly about 7 years or something. So I'm just get used to it. So I started animating it, but it was very laggy. So just
Yeah,
like
it's very laggy, and if you want to
yeah,
change the timing and other stuff, is so hard.
everything crashing.
Yeah, and because of your character style and your line work, I think Toon Boom Harmony it suits you much more well. Clip Studio is good too. I even have an add-on. I can send you the add-on that have a short key and some stuff that make it so much easier. But
nice.
I think the industry software right now is Toon Boom.
Because it's
And
smoother,
if
or the software is better, like in tools.
it's a better tool because you have it's built for animation, and you can
Okay.
do cutout, you can do frame by frame, and you can use the brush that has a bitmap kind of effect, and brush have a vector. And if you want to work with the industry, I think it's better to learn a Toon Boom Harmony.
I don't mind actually. I learned it Clip Studio nearly in 1 week because it's very similar to Photoshop, I guess.
Yeah, Kiva Stereo is good too, but
Yeah.
you do this because you want to have a uh, find a work with this, yeah? You want to
Yeah.
become animator.
Yeah. My
Yeah,
biggest dream
okay,
is
so
design
if you
animation
want,
actually. Yeah.
yeah, if you want to do it, the main software for the industry right now is Toon Boom. Robert
I
Valley
have
work
no
with
idea.
Photoshop, but Robert Valley is Robert Valley, and he has so many tricks, and he has so many kind of ways to trick the Photoshop. I never
Yeah.
understand it. I try to, but yeah, it's Robert Valley. But I think
Yeah.
if you want to go join the industry, it's better to learn Toon Boom Harmony. And it's not very hard.
Yeah, the interface is very simpler than this.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, because we work on the Toon Boom Harmony all the time.
Mm.
Yeah. I work with a Flash. Adobe Animate. I think the name is Adobe Animate right now. But I work with a Flash. I work with a TV Paint. I work with a Photoshop and Clip Studio, and then Harmony, Toon Boom Harmony, and Toon Boom Harmony is the best.
Yeah. I tried Animate, it was the worst for me. Adobe
Oh.
Animate is so I don't know,
Yeah, it's
so
so
annoying.
yeah, it's always crashes. We work the first animation I shown you, the long animation cinematic, the epic one. We worked with a Flash, and we always every day we have some kind of crash when all of our work get corrupted or completely deleted. Flash is the worst.
Is it more uses more of the GPU or CPU?
I don't know. Not GPU.
Yeah.
Not the GPU. No.
Mm.
But I don't think it's use CPU to either. I don't know
Yeah.
what kind of
Like
thing it's used.
like Adobe, all of Adobe stuff like uses more CPUs than the graphic
Yeah,
cards.
yeah. But the Flash, I don't know. Flash is so weird. I never because I have so many bad memories of it. I lose so much work to the Flash. I never gonna use it again. Simply, you're lassoing something, and all of your lines deleted, and you cannot
Oh
Control
my
Z.
god.
You cannot undo it. You should
Oh,
start or have a save as or another version export to use it.
shit. Crashes are the
Yeah.
worst, yeah. Especially in animation.
Yeah. When you lose your work, you get completely mad.
Mm.
I have a psychological breakdown with
Yeah,
Flash.
I want to tell you that, yeah, basically, you can stay as long as you want. We've technically finished. We've drawn everything and we had fun. So, yeah, I don't want to yeah, take more of your
No, it's okay.
time. Yeah,
Yeah,
so, yeah.
it was very fun. It was such a great experience. But I wanted to say I have to go because I didn't eat since the morning.
Oh,
I have to go eat something. Yeah.
yeah, but thank you so much. Yeah, this was really
Thank you. Thank you for
inspiring.
your
Yeah.
time. Thank you all for joining. It was such a cool gathering.
A quick question. Can people ask you stuff after the stream, right?
Yeah. I will send the artist, but if uh
You can
whether
send them to me and I'm gonna post them.
yeah, I can send it to you, and if anyone want to ask anything else or want anything, they can message me
Okay,
separately too. I'm okay.
okay. Thank you so much.
But because I
Yeah,
use VPN for my Discords, I don't get notification. Maybe it gets a little longer if they message me. It may get while to answer because I should sit in front of the PC and open VPN and stuff. I don't get notifications.
yeah.
Don't get uh mad at me if I message late.
Nice, nice. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, you need to eat, man.
I feasting. I think
Yeah, yeah, I'm fasting.
don't eat
Yeah.
anything since the
Yeah,
morning.
you can upload
Yeah.
Thank
whatever
you so
you
much for the
did.
help.
Yeah, you can upload what you did, or you can send it to me and I'm gonna upload it on the stream section. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Fantastic. Yeah. Thank you so much for the awesome stream.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send it to you once it's out on YouTube. Yeah.
yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all, guys. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night
Take care,
or
man.
day. Goodbye.
You too.
Bye.
Bye bye. Oh, I don't know.